I'm demonstrating using the Xterminator with the MiloSlick software, using the newest software, and the histogram that's a real-time histogram that is shown on each of your tabs. And so you can see the real-time effects on the histogram of any of your settings. I'm using a Celestron 8-inch with a Celestron 6.3 reducer on the back and a 0.5 reducer on the nose piece of the Xterminator, giving me an effective where with the spacing I'm at about f4.4. This I'm actually have an XT828, which is an upgraded X2 to an Xterminator, so I'm using Xterminator settings. And I tell you, the Xterminator is probably the most sensitive video camera you can get out there, and I'm just running at 5-second exposures. I'm aimed directly into sky glow above the city, and this is low on the horizon. I'm about 21 degrees above the horizon, and I wanted to illustrate how in these particular conditions frame stacking can be helpful. When I do too long exposures, it blows out the image. So what I do here is I switch my gamma from 0.45 to 1. First of all, that gives me a darker background. Then you always adjust your video next. Don't jump to your image adjustments or stacking. Adjust your video next. Use your brightness to get your background dark. You can use your contrast to bring your image out a little more. And then again, I do some fine adjustments there. You can see the Sculptor Galaxy, but I'm going to really try and bring out some detail by getting the background pretty black. Alright. So now I'm adjusting my video. Now I'm going to do frame stacking. I'm using short exposures, and so I want to correct for any shift between each of the frames. So I'll check correct frames for image shift. I do set to pick a guide star, and there we go. You hit the little eye there and you can see which one you picked. And I'm going to use arithmetic sum. I'm going to sum about 8 exposures. Alright, and then it will align and stack each of these images. And you'll see the effects. There's the first image, and then as each image appears, you'll see the second image, and then you'll see the stacking occurring here. And this is kind of a way of bringing out more of the contents of the image and keeping the background black. And you can see the image as it builds up. This is particularly useful where you've got sky glow getting in the way. If you've got a dark sky, I prefer using longer exposures rather than doing it this way. But this is a way you can bring out detail. I'm counting between there. I'm up to 7 frames, about to hit my 8th frame. Okay, now 8 frames, and now it's just going to continue stacking 8 frames. At this point, I'm going to do some adjustments now on the final image. So this is different from the video. You do this after you've adjusted your camera, video, and frame. So I'm going to enable it, and I use the levels. It's the one that I'm most comfortable with. See, I'm getting a little glow here. I can shift the image back to the left just a little bit, which gets my background dark, and I can see some details of Sculptor Galaxy in spite of going right through the middle of all this sky glow.